So good morning everyone and welcome to this week's episode of The Fit Kitchen. So we're back in the kitchen. I'm going to do a recipe this week because we haven't done one in a while. We haven't been here and I miss these videos. So I'm going to do a Mediterranean inspired recipe. This is inspired from my trip to Italy, from my trip to the Piadina Cafe. I'm going to do an Italian flatbread called a focaccia. So a focaccia is just like a thick flatbread, but you could pink this out whatever way you want. You could do onions, you could do mushrooms, you could do any sort of fragrant herbs. Whatever you want, you go for it. As well as that, this is the first time I'm going to get to wear my apron that I got last weekend. If you haven't seen that video of my trip to Italy, I really do advise you to watch it. It was an amazing trip and this is my first apron that I've gotten from these travels. So we gotta suit up and get ready. Okay, so now that we're splash resistant, so we're gonna start off with 2.5 cups of flour. In on top of the flour, we need something that's alive, that can work, that can bring it together. So in on top of the flour, we're going with 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. I just spilled some on the floor. I'm doing 1 tablespoon in on top of our flour. So that goes in. Here as well, I'm gonna do a generous pinch of salt and just a tablespoon of oil. This will just help us with the colour, with the flavour, and it'll just give it that extra little kick. So now that our dry ingredients are in here, we need to go in with the water. So we have 1 cup of tepid water, so it needs to be tepid just to activate the yeast. And make it a little well in the centre and add it in. That's pretty much all the ingredients we have, so I'm just going to get a spoon and start bringing this all together. So when you've done enough with the spoon, you just got to get some flour on the surface, some flour on our hands. This is where we start kneading and getting it together. So we're just going to put it onto our desk. All we're doing is kneading, is breaking down the gluten, so we're pulling it towards us, pushing it away with the palm of our hands, and we're just stretching that gluten, stretching the fibres, and this will help us when the yeast activates. It's going to trap in those air bubbles, give us that good rise on the bread. That's probably one of the most enjoyable things you can do. If you've had a stressful day in work, come home, get out the flour, yeast and oil and just start kneading. Get all that stress out into this dough. And so after 10 minutes of kneading, you're left with this little beautiful doughy ball of goodness. Quite smooth, quite just easy to work with. So leave this sit for 40 to 60 minutes. It's going to give time for the yeast to activate, so we will come back when this is ready. So it has been nearly an hour, probably 40-50 minutes. You can see the dough has nearly doubled in size. It's airy. When you touch it, the hole stays in it. So this is the perfect time to start making our focaccia. So we have our baking sheet. So into this, we're just going to line it with a little bit of oil so it doesn't stick to the base. And I'm just kind of pulling and twisting. I'm just letting it kind of fall itself. I'm not going to do much rolling. I'm just going to leave it down like that. Similar to like a pizza dough or pizza base. Move around a bit just so you know it's not going to stick, and then just gently kind of shape it out into the shape of focaccia you want. Now this is the fun part. So I'm just going to use some fresh basil that I'm growing here in the kitchen and some chopped tomatoes to go on top. So that beautiful combination of basil and tomatoes is going to be infused on top, along with some salt, pepper and a little sprinkle of dried thyme and oregano just to go on top, and then a generous drizzle of oil over the top just to kind of give it that final browning colour, that beautiful oily richness. And then we're throwing it into the oven for 15-20 minutes until it's fully cooked. Tomatoes are bursting their juices and you can see it has risen. While that's in the oven, let's go outside and check on our garden. And that is the focaccia finished. So you can see we have this beautiful brown coloured crust with the poked holes of tomato and basil covered across it. So it's such a simple dish to make, perfect as an appetizer or a side dish to go along with your Italian main course. So there's nothing left for us to do than just taste it. It's beautifully soft on the inside, but you have that crunchy crust on the outside. So as always, let's quieten up and listen. Wow. You have a beautiful crunchy base as well, so when you bite through the risen bread and then you're getting to that crunchy base, so you're getting so many textures here. Beautiful basil flavour, and being the fresh herb is the best you can do. Dried herbs are fine, but you cannot beat fresh. Those tomatoes are just bursting with their juices and flavours. So all around it is the perfect little Italian snack, Italian starter. Just a great start to your day. So as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Please try the recipe at home, and if you do, post it on social media. I need to see these photos. Keep on cooking. Ciao, ciao.